Hello and welcome to opening trap number 8. My name is Smári and this is the elephant trap. Why is it called the elephant trap, you might be asking? Well, in the very early days of chess back in India, the pieces that we now know as bishops were called elephants. And in the elephant trap, there is a bishop that will play a very important role. So let's see how that goes. This is a trap that black does in the so-called Queen's Gambit declined. So d4, d5, c4 is the Queen's Gambit. e6 is the Queen's Gambit declined, or QGD. After knight c3, knight f6, take, and bishop g5, we have the starting point of the so-called exchange variation. So in this position, the most common move for black is actually bishop e7. Very logical move, preparing to castle. There is also c6, which is the second most popular move. And then there is the move that black will do to set the elephant trap, which is actually the third most popular move, and it is knight b7. Now, in the game that we're going to look at, played in 2008 between Erneker 7777 and Krami, which was me, this position was reached differently, so it's called transposition or transpositioning. So I'll just show you how the game actually went with c4. So it starts out as an English game, so it's called the English opening. And I replied with e6, knight c3, d5, c takes d5, e takes d5, d4, knight f6, bishop g5. Now we've actually reached the exchange variation just via different routes. So this position can be reached in even more ways. But enough of that. So let's get to the trap itself. This is the key move that black does to set the trap. What this does is that it looks like it's losing a pawn, because if you look at the pawn on d5, defended by the knight on f6 and attacked by the knight on c3, it looks like white can take it since there's a bishop on g5 that is pinning the knight. But that's actually the trap, so that's exactly what black wants. And in the game, my opponent fell for it and took the pawn. So what is black thinking here? Why is he giving that pawn? If you've never seen this as white, you'll probably be very surprised when black goes ahead and takes the knight. And now white's thinking, but what about that queen that I can now take? So white might be very happy and take the queen. Of course, if he doesn't take the queen, he's already now down a piece. He lost that knight for just a pawn. So white's actually in a losing position already, no matter what he does. But let's see what happens if he takes the queen. Now, what is the point of this trap? We don't want to just lose our queen like that, so we have to do something really important. And that really important thing is now the elephant that springs to life. The elephant is the bishop on f8, which is now going to come down and check on b4. This is very unfortunate for white, who now only has one legal move. It's a move that it doesn't want to make, but it has to make it. It's to block the check with queen d2, and thus having to give back his queen. Now, a move that would have been even stronger than the move that I chose would have been actually just to take the bishop on d8 immediately and then capture the white queen, because that queen is pinned and is going to get lost no matter what white does. Since if the queen takes the bishop, the knight on d5 will take. If not, the bishop can always take the queen. So that would have been actually slightly stronger, but they're both similarly strong and they're both winning after queen d2. What I did was I took the queen and white recaptured, and then of course I take the bishop on d8 now, so like this. And now if you count the pieces, black has now 3 minor pieces and white only has 2, so that means that black is a piece up, and if he plays precisely, is a winning position. White does have one more pawn, so technically you could say that black is 2 points up, 3 minus 1, and that is enough to win if you play it well. In fact, this game was actually very short, because after e4, knight 5 f6, f3, defending the pawn, knight b6, my opponent actually resigned. You can, of course, if you're white here, freely play on if you like, but black should win with best play. So that's the elephant trap. Hope you enjoyed this short video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.